I'm Sagar Sisters. This is my video assignment for system modeling, RTech 2002. So in this assignment, for the system modeling of Outpost, I use UML diagram as my methodologies. So the class diagrams and sequence diagram were really helpful for me to design the system modeling. Although the process might not be as shown in what I did, it's much more complicated in real life, but it's still like it shows the flow of how the system can be interpreted and like how the basics are to be shown. So here's a scenario where the hiring program that goes under Auspost, registering as a new customer to get a new PO box, includes the subscription, everything, and also the digital ID with the regulations with TDIF. So three use case scenario were given to us. So had to break it down to assignment 1 and 2. So assignment 1 had to create the use case diagrams for each of the stakeholders, and later on then combine with them with all the domain class model system in which all the relations can be seen and the most complex one can be categorized, whereas the least complex one can also be categorized. And in the assignment 2, had to pick the two of the most complex use case scenarios, for which I chose the hiring program and the customer registering as a new customer to get a PO box. So for each of those, I had to create brief use case description followed by post condition, precondition, and exception, and also to create the flow of activity diagram for both of them. And among the two, had to pick one that I could create the storyboard design, which I have given the link as well, and conduct testing for both of them using the right bicep and correct boundary method. So giving the test output whether it rejects the incorrect value type or not. So saying the system is good or not. So it includes it's kind of like flowchart diagram. So it describes the flow. I was supposed to begin at the top, HR department, regular hiring. So this is how the system flows. Can be really complex, but basically it is this basic. So I have a conjunction, decision making boxes, which is a vital part of the activity flow diagram. So finally, if the candidate accepts, yes, then hired, then no, then goes back to the gathering here. So the arrow play a key role here. Even the lines are joined, it doesn't mean it goes here because you have to look for the arrow, and so both of these lines meet up here because you'd have the same arrow. And jumping on to the use case 1, so this title is for the upper diagram. So extended use case description for the use case 2. So precondition, postcondition, flow of activities, major thing being all written down here. I created this Excel and then copied and pasted in the Word, so the boxes are more aligned and beautiful. So exception being the email already associated or the payment stuff. And the activity diagram. So the main one is here, the first activity, new customer registering PO box. So is it a normal customer? Has to go from business or casual one. So the processes are pretty simple or same. So this is the parallel loop, and the loop comes here. So a good activity diagram indeed. So this is the InVision link I have set up for my storyboard design. So this is the screen which shows as a home page for new customers signing up for free. So we click here, then go to email address and digital ID, which should be a genuine one, and we click register. So the animation shows up, and let's decide if you're a business customer or a normal customer. So I click business customer, and let's me set the payment option. I click for Visa or any of these. I click Visa for now. So it also shows you if you want to renew annually, because I have set it for business customers, so it's yes. So the preference have been set. This is how the notification comes and says thank you for payment. So this is where the test plan comes in as a major part of the assignment, that is testing the various scenarios, and the expected output is written here. So right bicep and boundary correct, two of these are used. So firstly, the logging into the website, going to office as a new customer. So test data is email address and digital ID that you have to fill up. So expected our customer register and free trial begins. So like I showed in the storyboard, it just shows the expected output. You can also put in the wrong test data type just to test if the system is valid or not. So we'll go for test for name. So name can't be like this. So reject unexpected and user not registered, because it checks the system if the user is registered or not. So it can't find, and it shows this expected output. So the PO box is phone number, which is correct number, accepted. Appropriate name, servers register, accept correct format. Test ID for member ID, accept correct order. Test for free trial 9 months. So it rejects because it's the 6 month. So only 6 months is valid. So that's how you test the system. So finally, I have learned so much from this unit, and mainly from this all assignment. So it means how this UML design is a good methodology for testing any kind of system. So also the real life scenario that the assignment gave us was really a genuine one and a really intuitive one. So yep, that was my assignment. Thank you so much for this semester. See you hopefully. Bye.